Now, for more on this story, we can go across to freelance journalist Jonathan Miller in Bangkok. Jonathan, how significant is this move to elevate China's status?
Well, for all the talk of upgraded relations and this comprehensive strategic partnership, it kind of ignores the elephant in the room here, which is simply that this region of Southeast Asia is very quickly becoming a strategic battleground between the superpowers, namely the US and China, and their allies too. So just yesterday, as you say, the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, promised the 10-member ASEAN group that Australia would be upgrading its diplomatic and security ties and backing that with substance, he said. And the day before that, we had Joe Biden promising, waxing lyrical about the defense of democracy, about how China's being coercive with Taiwan. And, he too has been promising an upgraded relationship. Now, the elephant in the room to which I refer is the fact that there has been a severe erosion of trust between this 10-member Southeast Asian bloc and China. While China has had plenty of investment opportunities through its Belt and Road Initiative to varying degrees with different ASEAN states, the truth of the matter is that there is a real problem over the South China Sea. These are the world's most lucrative shipping lanes. And China claims ownership of 90% of these waterways. And that contests with the claims of many of the 10 member states of ASEAN. So in recent years, we've had punch-ups effectively with Vietnam, most recently with the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, and that has had a real problem. That's been a real problem for the ASEAN leaders, and they have urged restraint from China in that regard, but it's shown their restraint. It's militarized, it's built runways in some of the Spratly Archipelago Islands and other shoals and in other parts of the South China Sea. It's put its shipping fleets in across the South China Sea. So there's great mistrust between the Southeast Asian nations and China. While they might welcome investment, there's a bit of a problem there.
Bit of a problem among the bloc, but one of the members of the bloc, in fact, was a no-show, and I'm talking about Myanmar. This because the country's top general didn't honor pledges to the bloc. Is Myanmar's membership under threat in ASEAN?
Well, I mean, it's a good question, and it remains unanswered after this three-day summit. I mean, ASEAN has long been a bit of a toothless tiger. It has always sought consensus. It has always had this philosophy of non-interference in each other's internal affairs. But they've really shown some mettle recently over what's been happening in Myanmar since the coup in February. And the junta leader, Min Aung Hlaing, the general, was not invited to this particular summit. Now, that rankled deeply with the Myanmar junta. And today, Brunei, which is hosting this meeting, the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, was asked whether Myanmar would be coming back to future summits. And he said, look, Myanmar is very much part of the ASEAN family, but they've got to sort this out. And we really want them to address some of these key issues. And ASEAN has put forward what they call a 5-point consensus, which would allow for dialogue and mediation and access for humanitarian aid to Myanmar. The junta has so far refused to do that. And today, the Malaysian foreign minister basically said, look, whether Myanmar will be allowed to attend future ASEAN meetings, well, that's $1 million question.
Jonathan Miller, thank you very much for that. Jonathan Miller reporting there from Bangkok.